Giannis Antetokounmpo against Luka.
Giannis in transition. Man, does he cover ground. Doncic switched hands and got the layup to go. Antetokounmpo goes right at Cauley Stein and sends it with his chest. Doncic lacing another one from deep. Giannis for three. Got it. Three on the way. Middleton drills it. Porzingis for the lead, and he missed badly. Luka with his palm skyward.
It is now time for a NBA Zoom happy hour with Tim Legler. Tim, I tried to invite Giannis and Luka. They had a game. They couldn't make it. So let's talk about their game, shall we? Entertaining stuff. And listen, the Bucks got just enough and just in time. Take me through how they closed it out.
Yeah, look, some of these games, John, you watch, there's just 1 out of 72. They don't have a bigger meaning. This one, I think, did because of the way the game ended. Let's talk about the Bucks first. The big-time three-point shooting down the stretch out of their two best players, Chris Middleton with just 2 daggers, and Giannis actually one before that to set it up. So you get 2 very difficult pull-up threes off the dribble to basically win the game. But I don't think that's a great formula for them going forward when they're trying to close things out. That's why you got a Drew Holiday on your roster. I would like to see him more involved with some ball screen offense late. But as it turns out, that great shooting bailed him out tonight in a very good game. They got the timely shooting they needed down the stretch.
You know how you can relieve the stress of those late possessions is, let's say you don't go 1 of 10 from the line with Giannis, or as a team, they were terrible overall. And I know it's an affront to you that guys don't make free throws, but it's not a joke, right? Like that's a real deal.
It's a big thing, and it's an affront to me, especially when you talk about the guys that have to settle matters, and that's Giannis, right? He gets to the line so much. It's such an important part of his game, overwhelming you physically in the paint. He's going to get hammered. You got to go and make teams pay. And when you see a game like this, John, it makes you think about past playoff failures the last couple of seasons, and you start to think about in tight moments in a playoff series against the best teams in the East, or maybe the Lakers if you see them in the finals. This is a problem for this team. You always want to see it go away, but it seems to resurface year after year. And I think tonight was maybe the worst I've seen Giannis look at the foul line.
In the end, the Mavericks, who came back in the second half, they have a chance to win this game. Luka Doncic isn't great, yet he still controls everything, except for, lo and behold, the last possession they haven't, and now he doesn't control things.
Yeah, this is something that Rick Carlisle has to clean up, because you look at Dallas's roster, they're not quite there yet. They're a playoff team in the West. They're not a title contender. They don't have that kind of personnel that can go create offense if he's not the guy deciding matters. And when you look at that game, he was unbelievable in the fourth quarter. He basically did whatever he wanted to do from all over the court as a scorer, a playmaker. And now you come down to this possession. You know, he takes 2 guys with him. I think Trey Burke takes a really quick 3, contested, and they're fortunate enough to get the offensive rebound. It falls right in Willie Cauley-Stein's lap. That has to be a timeout right there inside of 30 seconds to make sure you run something where Luka Doncic is going to decide matters for your team. Instead, Trey Burke drives in, kicks out, and Porzingis takes a 3 as if, you know, there was 1 second left in the game, takes a 30-footer, and it's a night he doesn't shoot the ball well. And you can see Luka Doncic's frustration when there was a timeout after that. They commit a foul. He goes to the bench, and he is absolutely furious that he didn't get the ball. And their roster is just not capable of going and winning a game if Luka Doncic is on the floor and he's not touching the ball. And that's just a fact. So if you want to take them serious as a contender, that has to be handled differently the next time they're in that situation.
All right, pause real quick. I'm going to make the zinger 3-pointer. Yeah, look how awful that was. Okay, thanks. Good stuff for you. And just so you know, we're already starting to cut your James Harden and Brooklyn tapes.
Oh, can't wait. I'm sure I'll be talking about it.
All right, back to the association.
Kind of rhyme with Slovenian, right? Greek free, got it. Slovenian.
Not so much.
Whatever. Here we go. Mavs and the Bucks. 3:30 left in the first. Doncic could be an MVP at some point. Gets to the rack, got 2. Nice move. A little screen there. Drew Holiday can't keep up with him. Bobby Portis kind of olays him. Down the lane he goes, cutting the lead to 5. Giannis, of course, he's got back-to-back MVPs. Gets by Willie Cauley-Stein. Doncic, again, just keeps going. Spins, finds a guy in the corner. There you go. Wesuwandu. Dallas trailing 49-46. It was the Bucks by 7 at the half. The Bucks, they couldn't pull away. They had him there kind of on a string. It'd go to 3, it'd go to 8, come back. Giannis didn't shoot well from the free throw line, but made a couple of threes in this one. Doncic the other way. They had a big third quarter to cut 7 points off the lead, gets them down to 1. Then they're finally going to get the lead. James Johnson, kind of a big physical player. He hits the three, so the Mavs take the 1-point lead. 2:30 to go. Chris Middleton, also an all-star, got just enough space, puts the Bucks back up by 1. And coming down next time, Middleton again. Yeah, fear the deer. Splash me out. Bucks from 1 down. They go back up by 4. Final minute of play. Doncic 1 of 6 from the three-point line. Mavs down 2. Doncic. Trey Burke. Listen, he can make that shot. Not that time. Karam's off. Willie Cauley-Stein's got it. Burke. Baseline by Brook Lopez, and he's got Zinger open. Doncic is out there on the logo, and wow, he's lucky he didn't break something with that shot. So that's not a great final possession. Luka doesn't seem to be pleased with it. 1.6 to go. Bucks, Brook Lopez, he makes the first one in a 2-point game, so it's one possession. He misses that one, so here, Luka's going to get the last shot of the game. Not a great look, really. Bucks win at 112-109. Coach Carlisle on the Luka free final sequence.
Yeah, I like the ball in his hands and the defense not being set. We got one great look at a three from Burke at the top, and then we got an offensive rebound, and KP got a look. So we got 2 good looks, and you always want to save your timeout if you can. So, that's the reason.
Did you get since you were motioning on the side, did you get a chance to talk to him? Did he explain, why he didn't think it was a good idea to call a timeout?
No, not yet.
Okay. Do you plan to ask him about it, or?
I don't know. If we talk, we're gonna talk. It's not gonna be in the media. So we played bad. I'm gonna say that. I think we played bad. It wasn't our good game, but we hang up there. We had a chance to go up in that situation. So I think we did some good things even on a bad night.
Doncic finishes with 28 points, 13 assists. And there's Giannis. 22 of his 31 points came in the paint Friday. His 100th career game with at least 20 points in the paint. Joined Shaq, LeBron, Dwight Howard as the only players to reach that mark over the past 25 seasons. We'll have more on this game, full breakdown, and the breakdowns at the end of the game with Tim Legler.
Shortly after the Timberwolves announced that their game tonight against Memphis would be postponed due to COVID concerns, Karl Anthony Towns announced that he had tested positive. Minnesota's all-star forward lost his mother to coronavirus last April. Towns said before the season that 6 other family members had also died from complications of the virus. In making that announcement, he said the following on social media, quote, "Prior to tonight's game, I received yet another awful call that I tested positive for COVID. I will immediately isolate and follow every protocol. I pray every day that this nightmare of a virus will subside, and I beg everyone to continue to take it seriously by taking all of the necessary precautions. We cannot stop the spread of this virus alone. It must be a group effort by all of us. It breaks my heart that my family, and particularly my father and sister, continue to suffer from the anxiety that comes along with this diagnosis, as we know all too well what the end result could be. To my niece and nephew, Jelani and Max, I promise you I will not end up in a box next to grandma, and I will beat this."
We're just not good enough. We're not even close, honestly.
For us to be on the receiving end of the disrespectful comments and antics is completely unfair to us.
When we have certain guys in the mix that don't want to buy in all as one, it's going to be hard to do anything good as a basketball team.
I love this city. I literally done everything that I can. The situation is something that I don't think can be fixed.
Breaking news tonight. James Harden has been traded.
He gets his wish in every way. The trade to the Brooklyn Nets and a blockbuster deal that's going to have ripple effects throughout the NBA.
All right, trade is done. Only the physical remains. James Harden took his today. Please step on the scale, sir. No reason to believe there's anything health-wise that could scuttle the deal. Couldn't practice with his new team today. Could be available against the Magic tomorrow. Listed as questionable until everything's square. But he is no longer questioning his basketball future. Harden, for the first time, on the move to Brooklyn.
I think for me, giving myself a chance is very, very important. At younger, giving myself a chance, but wanting to get paid and wanting to take care of my family was very, very important to me. Now, at the stage of my career, is giving myself a chance to do something that I haven't accomplished yet in this league. And that's very important to me now. And that's the situation that I'm in. And that's why I'm here in Brooklyn.
We're excited. We obviously got one of the premier players in the world. So it's always tough to say goodbye to guys that you develop a relationship with, you feel strongly about. But, going forward, we got very, very unique talent, incredible firepower. You could go down the line and talk about all the things he does with the basketball and brings to a team. So we're thrilled to have